This episode brought to you by Ederay, the professional's edge since 1936. Welcome to this segment of American Window Cleaning Magazine TV. This episode, we're going to focus in on our topic in our magazine, Pressure Washing Insight. Each month, or each magazine rather, we try to give you insight into pressure washing. We know that window cleaning and pressure washing often go hand in hand. And so we try to give you valuable information that you can use and apply in your business. When it comes to pressure washing insight, there is no better person in the industry than Doug Rucker. He runs a school in Houston, and we're happy to have Doug on the show today to explain a little bit about his school. Doug, welcome to the AWC TV. We're so happy to have you on board.
Well, thank you, Michael, and I appreciate that introduction. I'm sure that there's quite a few better than me, but I certainly appreciate your opinion, and we'll roll with that for now.
Well, we'll just go with this then. There's nobody better looking in the industry.
There you go.
Than Doug Rucker.
That I can get behind and I can agree with 100%.
Wonderful. Hey, buddy, thanks for the hat. I appreciate it. Glad to support your school down there in Houston. Tell me a little bit about that, Doug. One of the things that's really fascinating to me about your school is when I started out in the window cleaning industry some 20-some years ago, it was really trial by error, right? I mean, you go out, you try something that doesn't work, and I can't even tell you how much money I spent in just the errors that I made trying to learn window cleaning and even some pressure washing as well. But your school kind of helps curve some of that, right? I mean, you start off with a program that allows a guy not to make some of those mistakes.
That's exactly right. My school is basically the way I designed it and started it out 4 or 5 years ago. Is specifically designed and caters to new guys getting into the business. I really like to take only guys that are guys or girls that are have been in the business 3 years or less. I really enjoy working with brand new people that are just getting into the industry, and my goal is to help them when they leave here. My goal is for them to be able to have the confidence and the ability to go back and clean a roof, a house, and a driveway. And that's what we concentrate on, is the basic fundamentals of the cleaning techniques, using the equipment. We basically set up at my house, and that's what we do is run through the equipment. We show them how to spray, how to apply, the mixtures to a surface, whether it be a roof, whether it be a house or a driveway or whatever. And then I also offer ongoing education. Even after they leave, I make myself available to them via text, email, or phone call, whatever they need at absolutely no extra charge to continue to help them.
Wow. So you actually are almost like their mentor then. So they come in, they go through the school, they go back to put it in practice. And if they got questions along the way, they can dial you back up and you mentor them through the process.
That's exactly right. That's my goal, is to help them succeed. I'm not going to be the reason they succeed, but I can be part of this, part of the reason. I always say it's up to them to take the education they learn and take it back and put it to action. But anytime they have a question, whether it be, how would you clean this, or this isn't cleaning, what should I do, or how would you price this, or anything like that, they can text me, they can call me, they can email me, and that happens quite frequently. And then you also have some that come through the school and leave, and you never hear from them again. But most of them, you hear from them probably about once or twice a week for about 3 to 4 weeks. And then you hear from them about once or twice every 2 weeks. And then you hear from them about once a month. And then the next thing you know is you see them on the bulletin boards and Facebook group out there giving advice to everybody that's getting into the business.
Yeah. That's generally the way it works. Well, it's kind of a testament even to your school then. Even the progress down of where they don't need a mentor quite as much anymore is a real testament to the school and the education program that you have. So how often do you have these classes in schools?
We do these once a month here in Houston. Again, they're held at my house. We used to go out to a job site and do it at a job site. where we were actually cleaning, but we just kind of found Josh, who's my partner and helps me with the school also. We kind of just discovered that we were spending more time trying to make sure the job was done correct and missing out on some of the teaching. So we just moved it all to my house, and we're much more relaxed. I live on about 2 acres, so we can set up stations around our property and move people from station to station and cover a lot more. We're a lot more relaxed. And so that's all outdoors on the first day of the training, and the second day is all inside in my living room. I've got like a 60-inch TV, and I go through about 3 or 4 PowerPoint presentations teaching everything from roof cleaning to house washing, plant and property protection, concrete cleaning, how to bid the jobs, things I look for when I'm bidding a job, all kinds of things like that.
Very nice. Having them there every month, Doug, you must have the cleanest house in Houston.
Well, not according to my wife. I do have a very spotty cleaned house throughout the year. There are sections that are cleaned, and rest that sometimes we have to get caught up to them as we go. So
yeah. Well, I really feel this is a valuable school, specifically to our audience here being window cleaners. You guys out at home looking at this, if you're in the window cleaning business and you're looking to add this on, wow, what a way to learn it right, not have to experiment with the different chemicals, the application, whether it be a roof, a driveway on the siding. It's just a great school, Doug. I can't say enough about it. I really appreciate what you do for the industry. On this ongoing mentoring thing in the school itself, do you mind sharing what does something like that cost?
Well, the school costs $750 if you're from out of the Houston area. If you're in the Houston area, it's $1,500. And the reason it's more for Houston area locals is mainly I'm training my competition, and I don't mind doing that. Number two, I just came to the realization I didn't think it was fair for a guy to fly in from out of town, have flight expenses, have hotel expenses, and pay almost that $1,300 to $1,500 range by the time it was all said and done, while a guy from across the bridge could drive here, stay at home, that type of thing. So I kind of wanted to even the playing field and the actual total cost that people are spending. So that's basically what it costs. The ongoing mentorship and things of that nature afterwards is I don't charge anything for that. I'm not into
Wow.
selling chemicals and soaps and all that stuff yet. I'm looking at doing something like that, but my main thing is just to help guys. And so every school goes into their own group text messaging. I have a group text messaging app, so every student from, well, for instance, New Jersey school, the last one we did, all those guys are in a texting class by themselves. So when one person texts a question, everybody from that class gets to see the question, gets to see the answer. And I'm telling you, 15 minutes before we get on this call, one of the guys from the last New Jersey class texted a question. Another student popped in, answered the question, gave all the advice, and it was like, wow, that's exactly what I would have said. So I just chimed in and said, great advice, and I got nothing to add to it, So
Yeah,
it
confirmed, huh?
Yeah, it fosters kind of a community thing with each class where guys will get to know each other, and they kind of create some friends in the industry type thing. It kind of bursts that and shows them about networking with other contractors and that type of thing too. So
yeah, that's always great. It's especially when you're not dealing with a competitor in your area or whatever, you can kind of branch out all over the country and get different advice with some of the guys that are dealing with the same thing. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's really neat. Doug, I really appreciate you being on the show today. Like I said, I really appreciate the school and the things that you're doing for the industry. How do people get in touch with you if they want to come to the school?
They can go to pressurecleaningschool.com and click on events, and you'll see I also do sales schools around the country with Ron Musgraves, and then also, of course, do stuff with Jay Racenstein in California and also New Jersey. Everything is listed there, and you can click on and see descriptions of the training, the type of training that we do, the cost that's involved, and all that. But it's pressurecleaningschool.com. And then they can also always call or text me at 281-883-3630 anytime, and I'll be happy to help them through that too. I have an online video school also that has over 100 videos on it. And that's something that you can join through my website. Wow. And it's basically going to have all the PowerPoint presentations that I teach if you were to come here to the school, plus a few more that I don't have time to do. And then there's quite a few out in the field live action videos of me explaining how I train spray a roof, how we set up to clean a driveway or a house. I've got some things where I videoed customers when I was actually having conversations and selling and that type of thing. Great. So that's a good thing too. It'll drastically cut your learning curve. I try to make it to where you get as close to the hands-on training via the videos as I can make it. But if someone just can't afford the money to come here with the travel and all that kind of stuff, that's an option too. And that's at the same website, pressurecleaningschool.com.
That's great, Doug. Well, thanks again, buddy. Thanks for the hat. I appreciate it. We'll continue to support you and your school down there in Houston. I really appreciate you being on the show.
All right. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate the opportunity.
You bet. Folks, if you want more information on pressure washing insight, get in our next magazine. July-August edition will be out the first week of July. And we're going to be dealing with some of the things that Doug is talking about here right on the show with roof cleaning. We're calling it our black gold and green gold series in the pressure washing insight, and how really a lot of the different window cleaners out there have added this service on and are making some really good money. So check us out. I'm Mike signing off with AWC TV. Stay tuned for our next episode of AWC TV by following us on YouTube, Facebook, or our website, awcmag.com.